Well, hello again, guys. The Dota 2 Asian Championship is on the progress, and here with me, Eternal Envy from Team Cloud9. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Jake. How you been doing?
Uh, Pretty bad.
Pretty bad. Why?
And I expected, I mean, our whole team expected to do better than this.
So, yeah, following that, how do you estimate the performance of your team, not only your team here? What do you think about standings and about chances to qualify to next round?
I felt like everyone had a lot of trust in the drafts going into this tournament. But then we didn't really understand the trust between each other. And at first, everything went really well. But after a third game against eHome, like the trust in each other was lost. And then the second day, we just went 0-4. So now our standings it's pretty shaky because all you care about is top 8 in this tournament. The format of the tournament was really bad, really bad. So if you are top 8, you don't care as long as you're in the top 8. So now it's pretty shaky. Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you the question that concerns your fan probably most of all. It's about your roster change. Would you like to comment on that? And why did you choose Misery and Big Daddy? And have you been considering about another candidates?
I didn't consider anyone else. They came to me, so I mean, No-Tail came to me. I didn't go to him, and he came to me extremely passionately and strongly about it. So, and he didn't seem affected about the secret kick. Like he seemed like he was ready to move on, and he seemed really passionate about the roster change. So that's why we did it. I really object to giving my reasons to why there was a roster change, because I have a lot of respect for the players that are no longer on C9.
That would be interesting to know from you, to know your opinion about what's more important, team play or personal skills. I mean, if there is a team, let's say, all-stars team, right, with players with really high skill level, if they have advantage, but the team that is not playing together for such a long time, it's not experienced in terms of playing together, would it have any advantage over the team that have not that high skill level of the players, but if they demonstrate solid team play or something?
Well, personally, for myself, I really need both, because I mean, everyone always aims to be number one. Obviously, some players don't have that choice. Like some tier 2 teams, they can't really be like, oh, I'm gonna kick this player, I'm gonna get a better player. Like it doesn't really work for them. So, like for players like that, it's really hard to judge. Like personally, I've played with players that are extremely toxic, but because they're skilled, I need them on the team, and I played with them anyway. And even playing with them would make me lose games because everyone would play bad because they would feel bad playing the game. But sometimes that player could lead you to victory alone. So it's really hard to say. Like some players like Chuan is known to be extremely toxic, but he's so fucking good. So players, like, they kicked him out of the team, he came back to the team, and then they won a lot of tournaments, and now they're losing again. But like it's really hard to say. Some players are pretty special.
Well, okay. Let's speak about another topic that's been widely discussed, that after the roster change, you have only one North American player in your team, you actually. So you will have to play in European qualifiers for the tournaments. Well, do you agree with that, and how are you going to deal? If so, then how are you going to deal with the being delay?
I mean, it's not that big a deal. It only really affects me, and it's never been that big a problem for me. Like I play publics in the Luxembourg server. As for why we played in the DAC and NA, we were already there, and then they didn't really know about the roster change happening. And then once it happened, it was like kind of too late. So yeah.
That's it. Okay. You were writing in your blog, I believe, about the players' associations. So have you made any first steps forward?
It's not something that's very structured. It's just something like we're just trying to kind of put pressure on the tournaments to change, and because honestly, like players are treated like shit, and I mean, so like we're kind of little kids, but like honestly, I don't really care. Like it's not really our job to like our job is really to play the game, and obviously we can't be complete like assholes, but like I'm not like it's not our job to like tell tournaments like what they need to do, like to make a tournament good. Like we will give input, and we have been trying to give input because obviously it's needed, because every tournament has these extremely ridiculous, like it's so silly. Like for example, even DAC, like just this tournament, since I'm thinking about DAC right now, like we have a coin toss, and they will tell me that a player on the enemy team chose heads. Are you okay with that? It's like, what? And like, in some tournaments, like in WEC and WCA, they said heads, and I was like, all right, I want heads too. And then the guy was like super confused, and I was like, yeah, I want tails. Like, it's so silly, and they don't know how to host games. Like we host a game, we all leave because they give first pick to a different team. Then no one notices, like because the admin's sleeping. Like and they don't know how to host local lobbies. So like our translator had to call their head admin to tell them how to host a game. It's like, what is happening? It took us like 30 minutes to rehost a game because they couldn't come to a quick decision. And in general, a lot of these there's so many problems in every tournament. Like playing this tournament with armrests, and like it's like first 2 days there was no DX Razor chairs, so people played with armrests. We bought our own chairs, and it's a mess everywhere.
Okay, are there any, I don't know, some specific criteria that the tournament should certainly match to get Cloud9 in?
I mean, to be honest, like some tournaments we will play anyway because there's too much money involved. Like DAC, like, coming to China, it's always like, there's always gonna be problems everywhere. But I like the prestige and I like the tournament. I mean, the prestige comes with the money as well. So there's obviously a lot of prize pools, so we'll play. But like it's just very simple things. You know, you want your chair to have a fucking armrest. They're very simple. They can do that. It's not hard. You want your monitor to be adjustable. Like you want your monitors to be the same. Like we're playing here, like the practice era. There's a 27-inch monitor. What the fuck? 27-inch monitor and it's curved. The monitor is curved. What is that? Like I don't even understand. And then that monitor is different from the monitors in the play area. And there's different monitors in different rooms. So like depending on which room you're at, your monitor is different, and none of the monitors are adjustable. You can't adjust the height, so I'm using books. I'm literally like every day I would carry my chair around with like books, so I can readjust the monitor, and it's just crazy stuff.
To summarize, they just need to have some more professional approach or treatment players.
And they just need to spend an hour sitting down with everyone, and they need to think about what they need to do to make players play optimally. It's very simple. There's no way it's that difficult. There's no way. I refuse to believe that they're actually legitimately spending, like focusing on making it better for players. I just refuse. Like this, having a chair with no armrest, it's crazy. It's crazy stuff.
Okay, isn't it a secret that your manager managed to purchase a chair for you from IKEA? Do you feel yourself more comfortable right now?
I use the chair over the DX Razor chair that we have right now. I don't really like the DX Razor chair here. There's a really good DX Razor chair, which is the one I have home, and there's a really shit DX Razor chair. Like there's one that the armrest you can move it side to side, up and down, and like you can kind of curve it, and then there's a DX Razor chair that you just move up and down, which is normally fine, but in general, the DX Razor chairs are very uncomfortable because they're like the shape of the armrest. It can bump you, and for fat people like me, like the DX Razor chair, like the seat like curves into you, so it's made of leather or whatever. It's not that comfortable.
Yeah, I believe that. Okay, you've been tweeting recently about the tournaments started showing, providing set information to players. Do you think is that your requirement to, I don't know, for them to do so before you're accepting their invitation to play?
Oh, set information. It definitely is because right now, like it's kind of sad to think like this, but I mean honestly, like the prize pool is almost entirely dependent on the item set. It's the item set matters so much, and for tournaments to force players to accept playing your tournament, well, while giving them the item set, it's insanity. Like there's no way that should, like in general tournaments pressure you to play a tournament, like accept invitation like a few months beforehand. We don't even know which venue we're playing in. We don't know which hotel we're going. We don't know what our stipends. We don't know the set. We don't know which other teams are being or agreeing to this. Like we don't know anything. Like it's actually crazy. So then they just need to give information like about the tournament before we accept the tournament.
Yeah, before they made an announcement at this team. Yeah. Okay, let's speak a little bit. Let's turn to current meta a little bit. Well, some players are complaining about imbalance of some heroes like Juggernaut, like Troll Warlord, like Axe. Well, what's your thought on the matter?
Well, right now in China Publics, it's really funny. I think 90% of the high-level pub games, it's like they first pick Juggernaut, always first pick Juggernaut, and the speed at which they pick it, because I want to practice Juggernaut, so I would use 2 fingers and I would tap my mouse like this, and they would pick it before me 50% of the time. And like, on the enemy team, like I just assume he's gonna get Juggernaut. Then I tell my teammates pick Axe, counter Juggernaut, and they always pick Axe. And the enemy team would pick Silencer to counter the Axe. It's always like this in top Chinese pubs. I don't know. It's kind of sucks for pubs. For competitive, Axe and Jug have like a 50 to 60% win rate, which is really high for first pick heroes. So they definitely need to be nerfed. Warlord though, I'm not sure. He's a 35% win rate right now. He's definitely overused. He's not really used that much anymore in DAC.
So as far as I know, you're a big fan of anime. Well, for your Russian-speaking fans from our community who want to start watching anime, which show would you recommend to start with, and which show is your favorite?
I always recommend Code Geass if they haven't watched anime before. I think it's really good and it's pretty easy to get into, and then that's one of my favorite animes as well. But if I had to choose one, I would choose Cloud9 After Story. But it's really, really hard for me to choose. I have like 7 top animes. Yeah.
Okay, I'll try to watch those. And to the end of this interview, I still can't keep from asking you about that incident with Honey. Was it sponsored by Monster Energy?
No, it wasn't. It all happened like Honey. So what really happened was Honey queued me to C. And that's to me that really pisses me off because I think in general it's about the action performed, like the sanctity of the player's area. People leave their shit there, you know. They leave their bag there, they leave their gear there, they leave the computer there, and like for a player to come in, like you don't want to feel scared of your gear being destroyed, or your Skype being read, or your just in general like your settings getting messed up when you're going to the washroom. That's why I got really mad. I almost won that game. Fuck it. So yeah, so that happened. I was pretty mad, and then I had really a lot of fun in that pub. I had so much fun in that pub. It's way too much fun. So I got over it really quick, which I usually get over things pretty quick because I got kicked from a team, whatever. Like, but so then I heard that he was flaming me on a cast. Like he was bragging about doing all this in a cast. And then I was like, oh, maybe I can pour Monster on him or something. Like, and then so I went around asking people if I can do it because I don't want to damage the equipment, blah blah blah. So, and then people were like, yeah, sure, I can go for it. And then I think the best way to do it was just to do it and laugh at him. But Chappie told me to stare him in the eyes, so I did that. So it looked way too serious. And that's it. Yeah.
So he was okay with that, as far as I know.
No, he was definitely not okay with that. No. He was extremely pissed. Extremely, extremely pissed.
But eventually.
Huh?
But eventually.
Oh, no, now it's fine. Like apologized the next day.
So everything's fine now.
Yeah, and I think Carmen explained to him why I was really mad. I mean, there's many instances of this happening, right? It's like people go on your Twitter and they tweet stuff on your account. I mean, that's fine. Like if they're not, as long as they're not like tweeting racist stuff, like Demon would tweet like I hate anime or something when I was on TI. That's kind of funny. And, yeah, I don't want to worry about like turning off my Skype or like unplugging my keyboard, like bring my bag with me to the washroom. Like I don't. I have full trust in everyone in the players area. Yeah.
But it was still, as for me, like your team treated really, I don't know, in some interesting way when they just draw that poster and the summit. So it was pretty fun. Well, okay. Before I let you go, do you want to give any shout outs to friends, sponsor, followers, fans?
Yeah, shout out to my sponsors. My new one is G2A, Logitech, Alienware, Need for Seats, Kingwin, and HyperX. And shout out to Spirits and Enroute N and Z2Z. I think they're helping my stream a lot recently. And shout out to my stream, which I will not be streaming for like a week and a half.
Okay, thanks a lot for joining me. Wish you good luck on the tournament. And thank you for watching us. Just subscribe our YouTube channel for more videos to come and see you.